Spider-Man almost was not published because Stan Lee's publisher, Martin Goodman, said that people hate spiders and they wouldn't want a spider-themed superhero. This obviously was not the case. But I do have 5 questions here for you, Big Lan. Play along at home if you would like, about the one and only Spider-Man. Number 1, Spider-Man made his debut in what comic book?
Amazing Fantasy number 15.
And you are correct. Absolutely. Now, it had already been decided that that issue was going to be the last one of that anthology series. So if Spider-Man bombed, the character would just go away with Amazing Fantasy. So they were kind of planning on it bombing, and if it did, there was an easy out. But obviously, it did not. But you, sir, are 1 for 1. Here's number 2. Spider-Man's colors were almost what?
I don't know. Yellow and orange.
You got one of them right. I'll give you half a point. Ding, half. Orange and purple is what they were going to be. Artist Steve Ditko intended this to be Spider-Man's color scheme.
Huh?
All right, you are 1.5 for 2. Number 3. Why is Spider-Man hyphenated?
So people don't pronounce it like Spiderman?
His name is John Spiderman. No, it's actually because Stan Lee felt that the hero was too close to Superman, who also wore blue and red, and whose name starts with an S and ends in man. So to kind of set themselves apart from Superman, they hyphenated Spider-Man. All right, you are 1.5 out of 3. Here is number 4. From the late 60s comics, where did Peter Parker's parents work? Say that 5 times fast, by the way.
From the late 60s. Shield.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Did you know that, or was that a complete shot in the dark?
Well, when you said the 60s part threw me off. I knew in the late 90s that's where his parents were working.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different storylines where they were working for S.H.I.E.L.D. There's also been other storylines where they were working elsewhere. But I wanted to specify, obviously, the late 60s there. I
was going to say the post office, but...
Do you know what happened to them in those comics?
No, I want to say like something about like a plane crash or something.
Oh,
like they were on a
bonus.
I was right. Yeah, okay.
You get a bonus point. You get a bonus point. Yeah. So they were killed, obviously after Peter's birth, in a plane crash that was rigged by the Red Skull.
Ooh.
They also once saved the life of Wolverine.
Ooh.
I know, it's all coming together, baby. All right, you are 2.5 out of 4. Here's number 5. What Spider-Man saga almost put Marvel out of business in the mid-90s?
Clone Saga?
The Clone Saga is correct. I'm having a
Notorious.
lot of problems. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with it, there was an original Clone Saga from the 1970s, but the one in the 90s, it was so convoluted, it is considered one of the worst comic storylines in history. While there were a lot of factors that obviously led to Marvel declaring bankruptcy in 1996, the Clone Saga is kind of pointed at as a synopsis of the bad decision-making by Marvel in the mid-90s, which I always thought was so weird because early 90s, it felt like Marvel was huge, where you had the Spider-Man TV show, obviously the X-Men animated series. Things were big. The movies were, there weren't really any movies in the 90s, come to think of it.
No.
Because they didn't even really attempt them until
it was
99.
Like
I was going to say until 99 when it would have been X-Men, the first X-Men movie with, I was going to say Logan as Wolverine, but with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, or Logan as Wolverine, however you want to take it. All right, but Lan, you went 3.5 out of 5 on Spider-Man, which Alan admitted not necessarily his wheelhouse because he said that Mr. Spiderman not really... I don't want to say interesting to you, but not really Alan's cup of tea when it came to the stuff that he was reading. But hopefully you knocked it out of the park and went 5 for 5 at home. Make sure you're commenting down below. If you did, let us know. Brag about it. And make sure you're also clicking that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed. We're going to get a lot of different things coming up here on the channel, including Trivia Nights. I still got to figure out how we're going to do this. I have like all new equipment and all kinds of stuff that we're going to do. We're going to do live trivia here on the channel. And so if you become a member of the channel, you can help dictate what kind of trivia that we do. You can also get involved in some of the other games that we play as well. But again, make sure you click that little thumb down there.